Good morning, everyone, and welcome to XM Live here in the beginner's room. I welcome also those who are watching us on YouTube. XM Live is a service where we stream on 3 different channels, 8 hours every single day, more than 12 experts, proven traders with a proven track record, showing their trades, showing how they make money, not every day, but in the long run, and show the difficulties, show the failures, show the successes, and show what trading really means. Because look, in the social media of today's world, there is a lot of people who tell how successful they are, but they're not showing it, and I doubt many of them that they are. When I started trading, I was blended by those, often by those people, and I learned a lot of mistakes which cost me dearly. So following tips and maybe not only tips, but also advices of people who don't really know what they're talking about can be dangerous. So I learned things the hard way. It took me a long time to become successful, and I think with XM Life you have the opportunity to avoid a lot of those mistakes that I did in the beginning, and so I'm very glad to be part of this project. So if you'd like to join us every single hour or every single day, there is a link below in your description. You can sign up for absolutely for free, and you can watch all the sessions for free. For all those who are watching directly through XM, welcome. This is about the COT report inside, and we will talk about all the signals, trading ideas I get through the COT report. I will explain in the first 10-15 minutes what the COT report is. I will explain a little bit how to read it, and then I show you my signals for this week. And by the way, good morning, William. I see here in the chat already, and many others who are watching silently. By the way, I started posting my signals in the app of XM. I hope you saw that. But under trading ideas, there are different, chapters in the app. Under trading ideas, I posted already yesterday my signals for the week. So, and I plan to do this now on a weekly basis. So you will have the signals not only on Tuesday now, but already on Monday you get the summary, and on Tuesday now you will get the explanation why. Okay. With that introduction, let's start, and I will explain again in the first 10-15 minutes what the COT report is, and then we are going into the charts, and I will explain you exactly what the signals are for the week. So here is the presentation. This is about the COT report and how to read it and how to get signals out of it. My trading strategy or my trading analysis is built on 3 different layers. The first layer is the fundamental layer. So I look a little bit what's going on in the world of economy, what are the hot themes, what is driving the markets, and at the moment, what is driving the markets is what will be said tomorrow, 2nd of April, by Donald Trump. Donald Trump announced that 2nd of April is the day of liberation, and he will announce a lot of things. And I think he will announce maybe also what his plan is for the future of the United States. The new administration in the United States, they started to change many things. There is a lot of announcements, but there is no inherent plan published so far. And probably we get it tomorrow. And so tomorrow probably will be one of the most important days of the year. And it will change markets very significantly. In my opinion, there is a great risk to be in indexes and in maybe also in currencies before this event. But commodities, I think commodity, it's okay to stay in commodities, at least maybe not in energy commodities, but in other commodities, this shouldn't be a problem. But this is the fundamental picture. By the way, I would maybe add here, the general thing, what I read through the lines with all the announcements that we have since January, is that this new administration is measuring their success on the yield curve. And they want the 10-year bond yields coming down. So the 10-year bond yields, they're around at 4.25%, and they want to come this down. So they want that the debt becomes cheaper. And this is their major goal. So I think this will happen on two ways. The first way that this will come significantly down is if inflation is coming down, and maybe also if the dollar gets weaker. So I think this is their main plan. But again, I could be totally wrong, and tomorrow we get another opportunity and a totally other picture. Okay, that's about the fundamental picture. Now here I see. Okay, William is saying, hi Gil, can you go through the XM site and take us through, can we see the signal? Where can we see it? Okay, William, it's through the app. It's not on the website. It's on the app. There is an app from XM. You can download it. I don't know if you have an iPhone or an Android, but you can download it, sign in with your normal sign in where you sign into the website, and there on Trading Ideas, I publish my signals Monday morning. Okay, this is the fundamental picture. Sentiment, and that's the first layer that I'm analyzing, the big picture. The second layer, this is the layer that we will talk about today. And the second layer, let me just see here something. Okay. Also here I am from Harsh and from Sherwin. Good morning. Fantastic that you're joining us on YouTube. If you have any questions, let us know. Let me know, and I will try to answer you everything. So after I analyze the fundamental level, which is the big picture, which is maybe not always what we are trading, because in the short run, the big picture sometimes is not that important. But on the sentimental level, I'm analyzing the behavior of market participants towards the fundamental signals. So what I'm saying here is it's not so important what the fundamental signals, what fundamentally happens. It's important how market reacts. So it's the behavior of market participants that is important. And I'm analyzing this very deeply. And I would say today, almost all hedge funds, almost like institutional, those who are on cutting edge technology, this is where their focus is on sentimental analysis. This is a relatively new kind of analysis. And I think it becomes more and more important. And I do this through the COT report. Good morning, Matt. Now, the third level of analysis is the analysis that everybody knows, technical analysis. And we have a lot of experts that are focusing on technical analysis. And there is really, you can learn about technical analysis on XM Live really a lot. But my focus, for me, the technical analysis is not to get a signal, a forward-looking signal in which direction we trade. It's helping me more for timing. So to summarize my analyzing path, and let me bring in the pen tool. So the fundamental picture, this is the big picture. Big picture. The sentimental analysis give me the direction I want to trade and which products. you know, if a product is not moving, let's say we are having, I don't know, Euro Swiss franc, and I don't see anything moving, why should I trade it? I can't make money. I need things to move in a certain direction in order to make money. So I come to the conclusion that Euro Swiss franc is not important for me at the moment. I'm not trading it. But there is other products that are interesting, and I want to know in which direction I want to trade. So what I do is I create a list through this COT report that will give me what do I trade this week and in which direction. And then finally, the technical analysis will be only here for timing. When do I get at the right time in? And I will give you a couple of examples in a few moments. Okay. So the COT report is a report that is published by the CFTC. Here you see a screenshot of their website. This is a US governmental website, and it's free. And here you can download the COT report. COT stands for Commitments of Traders. And what that means is, how are traders committed? In which direction do they trade? Okay, and this is a report published every Friday evening. I download it and I analyze it. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Now, the old report has 3 different trading groups. The first trading groups, this is the trading groups which you and me belong to. This is non-reportable. And those are small speculators. So even if you have $5 million, probably even if you have $10 million, you're still a small speculator. Obviously, if you have 10,000 or 1,000, you're definitely a small speculator. But I tell you, even if you have 10 million, you're probably still a small speculator. And because you're a small speculator, you don't have the ability to move the markets. You don't have enough money to push the gold price up or down. And therefore, you don't have to report. That's why you called non-reportable. You can open a trade, you can close a trade. You don't have to tell anybody. You just make your trades and that's it, right? That's a small speculator. What is important to know about this group is, as a group, I mean, there is very smart traders within the small speculators, but as a group, they're not so smart. As a group, they trade based on emotions, I would say. So, you know, they wake up in the morning, they feel like gold goes up, and some feel like gold is going down. And they go long and they go short, and some make money and some lose money. And another day, other people make money and other people lose money. But they're not a homogeneous group that, you know, have a strong bias that gold continues to go up in general. And so again, they trade based on emotions, and this is not a good trading strategy. So most in the long run, they probably will lose money. So what you will see is, because some are long and some are short, the small speculators, if you count the long positions and you count the short positions, they equal each one out and they're plus minus 0. Okay, so if you there will be 20,000 trades long, 20,000 trades short, and together there are 0. If they suddenly become biased, if they suddenly become very bullish on gold, then I start to worry. Why? Because then even the small speculator who don't know what is happening, even they understand that gold is bullish. And that's normally when it's a turnaround. Okay. Matt, thank you so much for your comment. Very flattered and happy to help you. So when small speculators become very biased, then the trade is already done. It's too late. That's what you have to understand about small speculators and how to read this data. Non-commercials are big speculators. Okay? Big specs.